Hi folks, this is Vicki from patternprincess.com. Today we're going to do the modern granny stitch. This is a really nice stitch, and the photo that you've seen is a blanket that I've made in colors of, it's a Karen Yarn Cotton Cakes from Yarnspirations, and the color is Beach View. And that's, I have some yarn left over, and that's what I'm using today. I'm on the blue part of it right now for my demonstration for you. So this pattern is worked in multiples of 3 plus 1, and you're going to be able to find all of the written directions as well in the link in the description for free on the website. So what I've done is I've done 19 stitches, so that's 18 plus 1, okay? So it's multiples again of 3 plus 1. So what we're going to do, I've already done the chain stitching, so we're going to start with row 1, which is a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So we don't count the loop on the hook, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to yarn over, go into the loop, and do our double crochet. Okay, and that first one does count as a double crochet, the stitches that we skipped over. So we really essentially have 2 double crochet. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then that third one right here, we're going to do 3 double crochet. If I can get my yarn to cooperate here with me. I have putty fingers today. Here we go, there's 1, 2, yarn over, go in, 3, and then we're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to do another 3. So this is really just like a normal granny stitch at this point. 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. And I'm going to do the rest of them here, and then I'm going to join you on the end. Okay, I have done my skipping 2, and then my 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2, 3 double crochet all the way across. I now have 3 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to end with 2 double crochet into that last stitch. So I'm going to go to the last stitch and do 2 double crochet. And then row 1 is done. The modern granny is a repeat of 6 rows. I should say you work 6 rows and then you repeat rows 3 through 6. So we just finished 1. So now we're going to turn it. So for row 3, or I should say 2, I'm talking bad here tonight, row 2, we're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. 2, 3. Then we're going to, and then in the next stitch, we're going to work right here, we're going to work double crochet. Because that chain 3 counted as that first double crochet, that lines up right on top of here, you can see that. And so those are 2 double crochet at this point. Now we're going to chain 2. Then we're going to do on top of these next 3 stitches, those 3 double crochets, we're going to do a 3 double crochet together. So you yarn over, and you've insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now you have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, just come through 2 loops. Now you have 3 loops. Yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, and only come through 2 loops. Now you have 4 loops on the hook, and now you yarn over and you bring it through all the loops. And then to close off your double crochet 3 together, we're going to do a chain 1. And you're going to do 1 more chain 1, and now we're going to continue all the way across on the top of each of the double crochets, the 3 clusters, doing that 3 double crochet together. 1, 2, 3. Now we have our 4 loops. Yarn over, bring it through all, yarn over and single crochet, and yarn over and single crochet 1 more time. Yarn over, we start our next double crochet 3 together. There's 1, 2, 3. yarn over, go through all 4, and then 2 chains, and then we're going to do one more. 1, oh, yarn, I got to get more yarn here. 2 and 3, and then go through all 4 loops, and then chain 2. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do a double crochet in the last 2 stitches. So this one here is our last double crochet, and then technically we're doing our double crochet on the top of one of our turning chains, or I should say the chains that we had skipped over. So right here, this stitch, we're going to end right here with a double crochet. And so this is the end of row 2. We're going to lay it down a second, look at it. Looks kind of wonky, but that's okay. It turns out real beautiful. Okay, so here is our 3 regular clusters, and then we bring it in with our 3 double crochet together. And the only thing different, you're going to continue to repeat this pattern in the rows the rest of the blanket. You could switch color and have a different color on the bottom than the top. Like you could make this look, I've seen this make it look like cupcakes, where you could have like maybe a dark on a chocolate, like on the bottom, a brown, and then a white on top, or maybe a white on the bottom with like a red for a raspberry or something on top, frosting. Or you could have both of these be one color and then switch color the next round here for, I should say, row 3. You could add in a new color, or you could do like I did and just do a gradient yarn all the way through that just changes color on its own. And that turned out really nice too. Okay, so row 3, after we get through row 6, this row is going to be your first repeating row, the one that you're going to repeat. So what you're going to do is chain 3, 2, 3, and then you're going to skip this double crochet, and then in this chain 2 space we're going to do 3 double crochet. This is your 3 granny stitches. So to also, row 2 is worked on top of row 1. Row 3 is worked in between. So we're not going to chain in between this granny stitch. We're just going to skip now over to the next chain 2 space and do 3 double crochet. And then we're going to skip to the next. So it becomes just like a granny stitch is really fast. This actually becomes quite a nice stitch to achieve, and it has a really pretty result. We're almost done. 2, 3, and I have one more. I had to look here. 1, 2, 3. I gotta get a little bit more yarn. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to skip over this double crochet, and we're gonna do a double crochet in the last space. And we are done with row 3. So you see how we're setting it up here? This is all straight across. So the next one's gonna be on top of our 3 double crochet clusters. It'll be the 3 double crochet together. So the only thing that's going to be different between rows 3 through 6 is how you start the row to get the stitches to line up of where we want them to line up. Okay, so we're going to turn it. You do turn it at the end of each row. So we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That does count as a double crochet and a chain 1. Now we're going to yarn over and we're going to do our 3 double crochet together. There's 2 and 3. Bring the hook through all 4, chain 2, and then go to the next double crochet cluster. 1, 2, 3. Bring it through and chain 2. I got my yarn over ready, so it's 1, 2, 3, bring it through all 4, chain 2. Need a little bit more yarn. And we just got a couple more left, and then we'll be done with row 4. But I love the nice and open airiness of this stitch. It's very nice. Chain 2, and our last, whoops, I got to get through both loops. Our last double crochet 3 together is right here. Gosh darn, going through more yarn than what I think here. What do I got? Here we go. And you can always tell when you've done enough, because you should have that 4 loops on you go through. And then we're going to, I got to think now, we're going to just do the chain 1. That's right here. And then we're going to do a double crochet right here on the end stitch. Okay, because we got to think about how do we start this row. Because sometimes I would get, you know, I couldn't remember which row I ended on. So when I count, so it's like here was my chain 4, which counted as my double crochet and a chain 1. So we're going to end with a chain 1 and a double crochet into the last stitch. And we are now 4 rows in. Do you see the pattern starting to take shape? Okay, so for row 5, okay, so for row 5, I did a chain 3 to start us off. That does count as a double crochet. 1, 2, 3. And then in that chain 1 space, I'm going to do a double crochet. And then what you do is you jump over to the chain 2 spaces and you do your 3 double crochet. Okay, 2, 3. Jump to the next spot. And it's really easy to see, and you're not having to worry about getting into stitches. You're just working into that space. 3, 2, 3. I don't know why it always is. Every single time I'm on camera, I get a yarn tangle. I don't know what it is. It's like a thing. It's like a yarn magnet. The camera and the yarn. I can sit on the couch and not have a tangle all day. Okay, so now we're in here. So remember how we started this. We started with a double crochet in that chain space. So this is where our last stitches are. We just did our 3 double crochets. So now we're going to go right in here and do a double crochet. And then a double crochet in the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 4 from that previous row. Okay, row 5. So you can see we have the bottom part of our granny. So now you know row 6 is going to be our 3 double crochet together. So let me just get a little bit more yarn so I can get it nice and tangled for you as I do the demo. Turn it. Oh my, some days, you know, you just can't win. Okay. This is a very nice yarn to work with otherwise. Okay, so I have to chain 3, 2, 3. And then we're going to double crochet into that next space. Okay, then we're going to chain 2. Now we're going to do our 3 double crochet together. So I've yarned over. There we go, the next one. And 3. Chain 2, and then our next cluster here, 1, 2, 3. Bring it through all 4, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. Bring it through all 4, chain 2. I've got to get you a smidge bit more yarn here. And then here's our last double crochet 3 together. Bring it through all 4, and then we chain 2, and then you're going to do a double crochet, I should say, in the last 2 stitches. So which is the same as the first. So this is row 6. So now what you're going to do, after row 6, you turn it and you repeat row 3. And row 3 is where you're going to do chain 3 and 3 double crochet in the chain 2 space. So when you turn it, you chain 3, and then you're going to do your 3 double crochet in each stitches. And so isn't that looking lovely? Here's a nice little swatch. I hope that this helps you, and I'll have the link to the blanket pattern too. Hopefully I'll remember to put it there in the description. But please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy your crochet journey. Thanks for watching.